When you read books about sound, most say our hearing range is between 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz. I don't believe that. I think we can perceive much higher frequency. Maybe we don't hear them, but they're doing something to us. The name of the work describes already, it's about a universal dictionary what tries to explain the phenomenon of color, not just purely about showing color. It's how we perceive color, what is actually our eye seeing and what is our brain adding. The way how we see color is actually a very complex way of perception, what is happening in our brain actually. Specifically with color, it's quite individual how people see color or describe color. This work has 13 different exercises. If you sit a little bit longer and you take a time, you can basically execute experiments with yourself. I grew up in East Germany. What was happening in the moment the wall came down, it was like a vacuum. And in a way was kind of anarchy too, because actually there was no ruling system for a short moment. What is a very radical moment actually. I always compare it because we always think that we need rules in order to live together, but actually this was a moment where I saw that people can actually live together, be creative, and not ending in chaos or whatever. It actually was really liberating in any kind of sense. A lot of possibilities, a lot of spaces in Berlin, a lot of opportunities. I think in this moment, parallel techno appeared, and basically it was the soundtrack for a new period of time. It's something I compared to like when punk music appeared, that people went to a concert and had a feeling, I want to do the same. I want to produce music as well. It was actually talking to a lot of people inspired him to start making music. And that's exactly happened with me too. This is a little bit the biotope I was participating, but I was actually never doing techno music. I was much more interested actually in electronic music, or maybe in a wider sense of sound, specifically on very high and low frequencies and how we perceive them, and maybe interested in sound systems, in the physicality of sound to understand actually what is sound. So this was a little bit my starting point with this existing community of techno and electronic music by side as well. This kind of experimental side of music was flowering as well. We didn't know in the time when we started, I say we, because it's been a bunch of producers, we are connected internationally, because it's been only so little people interested in this kind of stuff. I think really that electronic music has a very poetic and very strongly sensitive capability of moving someone. Probably everybody would think maybe it's a cold music, but I don't think so. So this approach is much more into the Alva Noto direction. But for installations, for instance, I want to be very technically pure, maybe a little bit more open, universal, and not using any kind of emotional aspect or flavor.